Alright, this is Bob from Virginia Cage Fighting Championships. We're going to take a look at a pretty old bout from 2012 with Jason Quackenbush from Team Legion taking on Kyle Johnson from round 30. Eventually, both of these guys would go on to be champions. Quack Attack in the 170-pound division and Kyle here in the 155 division. Kyle has since moved back up to 170, and he'll be fighting for the welterweight title at Fall Brawl September at Phase 2 in Lynchburg, September the 17th. Both guys touch gloves. You see Kyle throw a kick right there, nice little kick there. Jason answers with a kick. Jason eventually decides, hey, I want to get this to the ground, clinches and gets the takedown. If you watch here, Jason, he's really known for ground and pound. So he gets in a good position here. Kyle has both, has hooked himself up in the full guard here. He is, Quack is raining down some punches, but Kyle is using the closed guard. Now he's going to switch and go a little bit into a high guard here, and start looking for arm bars, triangles, things like that. So here you see Quack. He's still, pretty good position. He chooses to stand to throw his punches here instead of being down on the ground. Kyle still using that closed guard, kind of keep him at bay. He looks for the ankle there, but then he decides, well, that's probably not the best idea. This is actually the first time that Kyle actually competed under the round 30 banner with Enrique there. So, there you see Quack was going for some body shots, and it allowed Kyle to slip that leg over and get one arm out, one arm in, and look for this triangle choke. Now, there you see Quack. He's looking for the slam. A lot of times, the slam isn't probably the best defense for this because it just helps, the person on the bottom tighten up that triangle. And there you see Kyle moves that arm over, pulls down on the head, and finishes the triangle choke, giving him his first VCC win, the first one under the round 30 banner. There you see Enrique. His corners come in. Jason would go on to win a title, and one thing he told me in one of the interviews was, he learned a lot from this fight and learned how to defend the triangle. But you have to give a lot of credit to Kyle, his new team. Really hadn't been together that long at the time, and Kyle, really looked for a good submission and knew what to do once he got that submission locked in. So the winner there is Kyle by triangle choke. And when we look at the replay, it really tells the story of how he got that triangle on there and how he finished it. A good fight for Kyle, and even for Jason, a learning experience, because after that he said, I learned how to defend that triangle very well. So as we look at the replay, here's Kyle sinking that in, pulling down on his foot to make sure he tightens that up, and he gets that foot underneath his knee, the back of his knee there. Pulls down on the head, moves that arm across, and there you have the tap out and the win by Kyle Johnson. Submission by triangle choke in the first round. Whenever you see guys' legs going up high, that's usually what they're going for. Great job by Kyle. Look forward to seeing you in September.